Park in Champaign, Illinois, home to the Fighting Illini, and the fans clad in orange and blue are more than ready for this one. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #3 team in the country, the Northern Illinois Huskies, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Northern Illinois about to kick it off as we get things started. The Fighting Illini offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking to pass. It's Altmaier. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Ball in the air, intercepted.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
First down here for the offense. The inside handoff. A solid run there as he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the Huskies have a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Looking to go up top on first down. And they're able to make the tackle. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Grab near the marker. It's Johnson. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. 3rd and short from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Hampton. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Got his man down the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Hold open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying play action. It's complete on the right side. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Direct snap. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Between the uprights, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Illinois offense returns to the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal.
And he's still running after the move. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. Running back goes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Altmaier. Dumps it off in the flats. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They're going to run it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting over his block, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Valentine. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that.
And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Pulls it fired complete. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Got the back over the middle. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Crosses the 45. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Hampton. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
From the gun, the running back has it. Runs through a tackle. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He's got great speed. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right, and I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Northern Illinois right back to the line. Coming after it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense...
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Got it set up on the outside. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
42 Spider, 4-2.
Back to throw, it's Altmaier. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catch is made at the 15. Slips through the line. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Give to the back. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Timeout, NIU.
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he's got it counted all the way to 55.
Personal
Never
foul.
in doubt.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Gain of 1. Brings up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give out of the gun. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on down. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He's looking to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Dixon. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Illinois lining up quickly. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. It's good. Easy call for the ref. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. The give from the gun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Dropping back, it's Hampton. A strike downfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Huskies are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. That's the end of the quarter, and Northern Illinois has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Got it looking for a first. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. They go to the ground. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. And the stomping has commenced. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Trying to convert this second and short. Dropping back, it's Altmaier. Gets it out fast. Oh, the quick spin move.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Got him downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tipped up at the 36. After that completion, move the sticks, it's first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take a shot. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Illini. Well, I'm not sure who is closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows up.
Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try.
Northern Illinois, 27.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.